The overview of major regions of the brain. Cerebrum. Cortex, gray matter. Tracts, white matter. Nuclei, gray matter. Diencephalon. Hypothalamus. Thalamus. Hypothalamus. Brainstem. Midbrain. Pons. Medulla oblongata. Cerebellum. White matter, arbor vitae. Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13, Phi. Brainstem. A medulla oblongata. A medulla oblongata. Inferior to pons, superior to and continuous with spinal cord. Floor of fourth ventricle. Pyramids are ridges on ventral surface formed by pyramidal tracts, corticospinal tracts, originate in primary motor cortex, axons decussate, cross to opposite side of CNS. Inferior cerebellar peduncles connect medulla oblongata to cerebellum. Cranial nerve nuclei 8, 12. Cochlear and vestibular nuclei, sensory, termination of cranial nerve 8. Reticular formation, network of gray matter, includes cardiovascular reflex centers, heart rate, heart strength, blood pressure. Respiratory reflex centers, breathing, coughing, sneezing. Digestive reflex centers, swallowing and others. Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13, Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13. Floor of fourth ventricle. Cranial nerve nuclei 5, 6, 7. B. Pons. Inferior to midbrain, superior to medulla oblongata, anterior to cerebellum. Floor of fourth ventricle. Cranial nerve nuclei 5, 6, 7. Bridge between brainstem and cerebellum. Middle cerebellar peduncles connect Bonson motor nuclei to cerebellum. Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13, Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13. C. Midbrain. Inferior to diencephalon and superior to pons. Cerebral aqueduct runs through center. Dorsal tectum contains corpora quadrigemina. Superior colliculi, visual reflexes. Inferior colliculi, auditory reflexes. Ventral midbrain contains cerebral peduncles, corticospinal tracts. Superior cerebellar peduncles connect midbrain to cerebellum. Periaqueductal gray matter. Cranial nerve nuclei 3 and 4. Substantia nigra, motor nucleus. Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13. Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13. 7. Cerebellum. Inferior to occipital lobe, posterior to brainstem. Forms roof of fourth ventricle. Two hemispheres connected by vermis. Superficial layer is cerebellar cortex, gray matter. Surface is convoluted, folia, ridges, and fissures, grooves. White matter is deep to cortex, called arbor vitae. Cerebellar nuclei are embedded in white matter. Coordinates movement, maintains posture and balance. Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13. 8. Diencephalon, medial and inferior to cerebrum. A. Hypothalamus. Superior and posterior to thalamus. Forms roof of third ventricle. Contains choroid plexus. Consists of pineal body and other nuclei. Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13. Forms lateral wall of third ventricle. B. Thalamus. Forms lateral wall of third ventricle. Consists of many nuclei that relay information to the cerebral cortex. Massa intermedia, intermediate mass, joins left and right thalamus. Processes and edits information going to cerebrum. Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13, Anterior and inferior to thalamus forms lower walls of third ventricle. See hypothalamus. Anterior and inferior to thalamus. Forms lower walls of third ventricle. Funnel shaped. Consists of several nuclei with specific functions. 1. Controls autonomic nervous system. 2. Coordinates physical responses to emotion. 3. Regulates body temperature. 4. Regulates hunger and thirst. 5. Motivational behavior. 6. Regulates sleep/wake cycle. Suprachiasmatic nucleus is biological clock. 7. Controls some endocrine glands. 8. Memory. Pituitary gland and mammillary bodies project from inferior surface. Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13, Drawing of hypothalamus, sagittal section. Bio 2304 Fall 2008. Chapter 13,